Hey yo, what's good? So now Erislandy Lara is calling out Keith Thurman, two of the most feared and avoided and ducked fighters in boxing today. I would say Lara is more avoided, but he got to fight Canelo, so he has gotten bigger fights than Keith Thurman in less fights than Keith Thurman has. So really, he was more avoided. I mean, Lara's older, of course, but look how many fights Lara has. He has less fights than Keith. He has less knockouts than Keith, but he has a more difficult style. But Canelo fought him. Maybe that just shows uh how much of a real fighter Canelo is for fighting Erislandy Lara, because no one could accuse Canelo of ducking anyone. Not after he fought Trout. Not after he fought Canelo right after that. Not after fighting Perro Angulo right after that. I know no one was ducking Perro Angulo, but that should have been a tough fight for him. That everyone thought that was gonna be a good fight, tough fight, but it wasn't. He just looked really sharp in that fight. And of course, Lara, the most avoided fighter at 154. Besides maybe Charlo, that even a guy that's ducked in Andrade ducks him, but that's it. Another story, by the way. See my video, Erislandy Lara versus Demetrius Andrade. Make it happen. For those of you that are gonna accuse Lara of ducking Andrade, watch that video, please, and watch the article on Fight Hype that said the article that Fight Hype made when Andrade called him out, and Erislandy Lara's response, which was basically like, dude, I whooped your ass in the amateur. I'll do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it. And Lara just wants the big fights. But I don't know. Now he's calling out Keith one time, saying, come on, one time. Come out and play. I know where he's coming from. He wants to fight. Maybe he wants to fight on NBC. You know, primetime boxing. That'd be cool. I would like to see him. I mean, he's without Heyman, so why not? But I just don't want Keith to move up. What is the hurry? What is wrong with the guy wanting to become a champion in his own weight class? Why does he automatically have to move up? Why can't a guy dominate his weight class like Bernard Hopkins did, like Marvin Hagler did, like Klitschko has? I know Klitschko's a heavyweight, but these guys have dominated their weight class for years. And no one's going to argue that they're the best in their respective weight class at the time. So I really don't want Keith to move up, because he still has a bunch of great options at 147, as in Kell Brook, who's a champion. You gotta remember, Thurman's not a real champion. He's the WBA regular champion. He's a champion in the same organization as a Floyd Mayweather is. So he's not the real champion. But he's in pursuit of being the real champion. I'm sure he wants to fight Kell Brook. Sean Porter would be a great fight. Please make that happen. I really want to see that fight. What's his name? Marcos Maidana. He just beat Robert Guerrero. Maybe he gets a shot against Mayweather after the Pacquiao fight. Who knows? Heyman's got juice, so who knows? So he has other options besides Lara. Does Lara have other options besides Keith? Not much guys running and lining up to fight him. Not at all. Canelo won a very close decision that many people, including myself, thought that he lost, but he don't want the rematch. Cotto doesn't want to fight him. Even Triple G. He called out Triple G and like zero response. Zero response from Gennady Golovkin and his camp. So no one wants to fight Lara. he's just a tough Cuban fighter who's not marketable. I always say Lara is the wrong color, he's the wrong ethnicity, and he fights in the wrong style. So, he's Cuban, but he's the wrong Cuban. He ain't no William Levy type of Cuban. He ain't no white boy from Cuba, handsome with blue eyes like a William Levy who's very, very marketable. He's black, Cuban, who's not who Cuba, who doesn't have the best boxing fans, is the wrong Latino. Is the wrong Latino to attract fans. If he was Mexican, he'd have a lot more fans. He'd have a bigger, way bigger fan base, but he's not. Just a bunch of things wrong that aren't his fault, except maybe his fighting style. But I mean, he's winning. He's producing results, but he's getting the shorter end of the stick. Getting robbed against Paul Williams, getting robbed against Canelo, not getting these fights. These fighters don't want to fight him. He's getting the short end of the stick, and it's very unfortunate because this fighter is extremely talented. And this is what happens. I'll tell you what happens when a fighter keeps getting ducked and ducked. Sergio Martinez, he has to keep fighting tough fights, and these guys don't want to fight him until he's past his prime, until he's no good. And I really, really hope that doesn't happen to Erislandy Lara. I'll probably make a video about Sergio Martinez too, so tune in. But yeah, it's unfortunate that Lara has to call people out outside of his weight class. But I personally, I don't want to see this fight. I don't want to see it happen. I want to see Keith Thurman dominate his division, and I'd rather see Lara stick around his division, see what it could get. I mean, he's got some pretty good fights, but he just getting the shorter end of the stick, and no one's calling him out. No one's calling him out. Just like Rigo, dominating fighters, being a beast in the ring, beautiful technique, beautiful style, but they're just wrong. They're just the wrong everything. Everything's the promoters just don't like him. And that is what's gonna happen to Erislandy Lara if he just doesn't get these fights, man. If these fighters need to step up, man. The fighters in his own weight class need to step up. He shouldn't have to be calling out Triple G. He shouldn't have to be calling out Keith Thurman, because there are many options at 154. Step up, Cotto. Step it up. If you're not gonna fight Canelo, fight Erislandy Lara. If you're not gonna fight Triple G, fight Lara, dog. Fight Lara. Triple G, come on. Give Lara a shot. These guys, just give him a chance. As for Keith, I'm sure he'll keep dominating the welterweight division, and maybe one day when he's ready, when he's good and ready, he could step up to 154 and challenge Erislandy Lara to a fight. But now he should stick around his division, and I hope Lara could get these big fights. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on this fight? What do you think Why do you think Lara's career has gone the way it has so far? Which is a very good career, but it hasn't gone the way that I believe it should have, and he believes that it should have. What are your thoughts? Comment below. Please subscribe. Please just give me your thoughts. Feedback is the most important thing for me, and I appreciate it. All right, peace.